Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ian, digital marketing consultant and agency owner. And in this video, I want to do a review of SF Digital's course, AdWords Ninja. Now, for all of you guys that don't know, I am an avid course consumer. I think every paid ads course there is on the internet. But seriously, I've taken quite a few for both Facebook and Instagram, as well as focus on the Google platforms, search, shopping, GDN, YouTube, etc. Now, there's different focuses for a lot of different Google courses. You can have ones that are on any one of those channels, but this course focuses primarily on search as a foundation. And then it goes over a little bit how to do the GDN placements. And then it has a whole YouTube section, which isn't a course in and of itself, but it is about 3 hours long. And if you haven't checked out the site, you can go to sfdigital.co.uk. It was the gentleman who teaches the course who's the founder of SF Digital. Now, it's really interesting because if you listen to his story, about 10 years ago, he ran a photography company, SF Digital, and just slowly started to expand the scope of his work for clients, from taking pictures for things like e-commerce products to helping them with their websites, and then eventually came upon, this traffic segment of the market that he realized was very valuable. Some of his customers, after building sites, had asked him to help with AdWords. He started doing it more and more, and then found himself helping enough people to the point where he was doing it on his own. So I like this backstory for a number of reasons. One, it's because he didn't come at this industry from the money-making point of view. He was just trying to augment his service and help people out, doing it for free, and then only eventually started to charge long after he was already getting great results for him and his clients. So that's one. And the second thing is that if you do come from that, make money point of view, and you're getting into the industry to start an agency, or you need to get results on a product, a lot of the times you end up skipping a lot of that foundation layer of knowledge you're going to build on one of these platforms, simply because you don't have the patience or the time or the money to really experiment as much as you could otherwise. Sometimes if you're working with clients or you're on your own product that needs to be getting sales, you don't have time to experiment. And what you need to do is make sure you're learning from someone who has had that long, steady buildup of a foundation of knowledge on the platform, so that you're not rushing to, make the tactic that was working last month, try to work on your product, that's in a different market with a different business model, using different types of ads to a different clientele or a customer. You know what I mean? You really need to make sure that the way you're setting up campaigns is built on foundational principles that apply across the board, across business models and markets and creative types. So that's one thing that I really liked about this course that made it stand out. But I also liked that when I went through the breakdown of how the course was laid out, it was clear that he was going to get into much more depth than what I see on a typical Google Ads course. For whatever reason, I've come across a lot of really great Facebook courses where they go into depth on every topic, and you can zoom in and out on the different topics you need as you need them. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, in the Google Ads space, I've been unable to find courses that really go as deep as I would like and have a clear outline of the material that's accessible at different levels of abstraction, meaning you can pick the piece of learning about Google Ads that you really want to go in depth on, and then zoom in on that based on the way the courses are laid out. Frankly, I've been through a lot of courses where there's just a few strung together 90-minute videos that were presentations that were giving live and then recorded and then offered for $1,000 online, which really in 2020 does not cut it for an online course. I think anyone should know that. It goes without saying, especially when you can find more detailed, better videos on YouTube for free. So the last thing I'll say about this gentleman and sfdigital.co.uk is that they do have a fantastic YouTube channel. They recently started growing, and it's been growing very fast because they do offer fantastic free material, which is what I originally found. So anyway, that preamble is just a long way of saying this is my favorite Google Ads course so far, and I think you guys should all go out and get it. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is go over some of the different sections and just talk briefly about what I got out of some of those more impactful sections. So the way the course is laid out, the AdWords Ninja course, is it has an intro and welcome section, and then it goes over the different types of placements you can use, how they're used, and some case studies on how those different placements have been successful, meaning all the different placements that are offered on the Google Ads platform. Next up, they talk about detailed parts of the actual ads themselves, including ad extensions, how they're set up with an ad group, ad groups, and then the ads themselves, how to set up different variations, do the copy, etc. The next part of the course goes into the campaign structure they like to use. I'm not going to talk about it because it is one of the sort of proprietary parts of this course that you'll have to check out. But just to give a hint, it's called, alpha and beta campaign setup, and it's very interesting reasoning they give for why they set up campaigns that way. The next part is talking about the AdWords editor. This is a very cool add-on to this course because not many Google Ads courses really show you how to use the AdWords editor or the other tool that they talk about in this section for editing ads, which is really useful. They then go over budgets. They go over advanced types of ad extensions, campaign setup, conversion and goal setup, and then linking Google Analytics. Now this part's great because they show you how to take an account from scratch and set up all your conversion goals in Google Analytics, import them into the platform, and be able to use them, for remarketing audiences and tracking conversions on your ad setup. They then go into Gmail ads, keywords, labels, landing pages, literally everything you need to get results from your Google ads on a new business. So if you have a creative team you're working with and they need specific instructions for things like keyword specific landing pages, they're going to give you the step-by-step blueprint to make that happen to the point where you literally copy paste the instructions on how to do that from this course and give it to your design team. Finally, they get into some advanced remarketing using the custom audiences you built earlier in the course, and then they have the whole YouTube section, which is not quite a course in of itself, but again about 3 hours of instruction on how to do YouTube ads. Finally, they have some bonus material, and then they wrap up the course. So all things said, I believe this is about 8 to 12 hours of instruction. And again, it's split up into all these different, logically flowing sections with subsections to the point where, even though there's all this video instruction to the point where it's about 8 to 12 hours, the majority of videos are 15 minutes or less, which really shows you that you can, zoom in and out really well. And then on top of that, these are videos that are hosted on Wistia, so you can speed up the playback and the whole thing just works seamlessly. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that brief overview of the AdWords Ninja course. If you haven't checked it out already, you can hit the link below. It's not an affiliate link. I'm just linking because I love this course and I want to, say thanks to the creator. Finally, make sure that if you guys have any questions about this course that I did not cover in this video, to leave those in the comments below so I can come back and do a follow-up video or at least answer the comments. If you haven't hit the like button already, make sure to hit that. And then as always, make sure to subscribe so that you're notified anytime that we come out with new videos like this on paid acquisition, analytics, or attribution. And as always, thank you guys for watching.